Hello, I'm Josh with Cinemology, and this is a disappointing video to make because I was looking forward to this. But Rebel Moon is a disappointment. The movie sucks. It's really, really not that good. So I'm going to go over a brief plot of it. Then I'm going to tell you what I liked about the movie, which won't be long. I'm going to tell you what I didn't like about the movie, which will be a bit longer. So for those of you that don't know, Rebel Moon is basically Netflix Star Wars. Zack Snyder wrote this and pitched it to Disney as the next Star Wars movie or a Star Wars movie. Disney said, heck no. Netflix said, hey bro, do whatever you like. And that's what he did. He did whatever he liked. You could tell that there was no one here telling him no. Because this movie is wild. Wild, wild, wild. Just a mess. It's a bunch of ideas that on their own wouldn't be bad. Like if I told you the ideas individually, like, oh, that's not so bad. Smashed together makes no sense. And that's what we got here. Just a mess of a movie. So it starts, the plot is basically rebellion. They're having a rebellion. Evil Empire, they're not called that. No, whatever they're called the Motherland. They go out to the more outside sector, the more planets where it's not really law and order, and they're like, hey, we're taking over. We're in charge now. A woman who used to be a soldier for the Motherland army and a farmer team up to go recruit all these people at the very top to fight the people down at the bottom. So like, doesn't sound so bad, right? Here's where it gets stupid. Oh, nope. Let me just slow down. Let me tell you what I liked. The visuals, amazing. I mean, so they already filmed both movies. There's going to be a part 1, part 2. Only cost $166 million. So that's like 84 per movie about-ish, if they're being truthful about the numbers. Looked better than a lot of what Marvel's been putting out recently. It looked very good. No wonky CG, mostly not wonky CGI. It was more than passable. I mean, some of the shots just looked beautiful. That's probably the only. Oh, and Djimon, Hounsou, I can't pronounce his name. The guy in the top right corner that was in Blood Diamond. Ooh, he did not have very many scenes at all. But let me tell you, when this man spoke, every sentence he said, he stole the movie. I wanted him to be the main character just because of his great acting ability. I mean, it was just next level. Like, he put everybody else in the movie to shame. Now what I didn't like, it was stupid. So the farmer and the main character, Cora and Gunnar, go out and they end up looking for the rebels to help them fight back against the invasion from the Motherland. So they meet up with this one guy who's saying to themselves, like, oh, I'll take you to the rebels. And they just believe him. That's played by Charlie Hunnam, whose name is Kai in this movie. So they're like, oh, I'll take you to the rebels, no problem. But let's make some stops along the way. So they're like, time to the essence, we need to find them. We're going to make a bunch of stops. Along the way, they pick up this guy at the top corner, dude with no shirt. You don't know his backstory. He's basically a slave, indentured servant, because he owes this guy money. He tames a griffin. He's able to go free. Cool. Then it turns out he's a prince, and he was a blacksmith working for this guy. It's like, yo, and he was a rebel fighter. It's like, how many jobs do you have? When did you learn to do all those things as a prince of a country? What planet? What prince were you? It's just brought up in past. Like, oh, he was a prince at the very end. They tell you that. That's kind of significant. I don't know. They don't develop his backstory at all. Then you have Nemesis. That's the girl with the 2 red katanas. She had a fight scene with a spider monster. Beautiful fight scene. Made no sense. Apparently, her children, they say in passing, her children were killed by the Motherland and she was getting revenge, but now she says revenge is in the way. Which, okay, I respect that. Needless slaughter, whatever. Then she joined up with the rebels to get more revenge. So it's like her whole character arc made a complete circle back at square one. And, yeah, they didn't really explain too much that she was a cyborg. She had, obviously, robotic arms, but I guess that's enough to make you a cyborg. I wouldn't call Anakin or Obi-Wan a cyborg because they had robot hands at one point. But whatever. So her fight scene was great, but just her plot didn't make any sense.